You're listening to the Correctional Junkie Podcast, where we talk about the unseen, the unspoken, and the unbelievable strength it takes to make it through the toughest environments. This is your host, Nurse B, and this is episode 29. Last episode, we talked about coping, what coping really means, and how the choices we make in stress can either heal us or hurt us. Today, we're going to slow it all down, and I mean literally, because this episode is about something we all do, but rarely do intentionally. Breathing. Yeah, you heard me. Breathing. You'd be surprised how many of us walking around holding our breath, tight chest, clenched jaw, body on alert, and we don't even realize it. Today, I want to show you how to use your breath as a weapon, a tool, a shield, especially when life feels like it's spinning out of control. So, the science of breath is a blending of psychological insight, correctional stress management, and human performance science. Okay? You ever notice how when you're stressed out, angry, or scared, you stop breathing right? In corrections, that's a silent killer. The breath we forget. So today we're going to talk about something that can literally save your life. Shallow breathing activates our fight or flight system, and deep, slow breathing activates the rest and digest system. This is the breathing that connects between the nervous system and the emotional control. You know how, like during an MA altercation, your body goes into survival mode. Your breathing changes before your thoughts even catch up. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Breath is the remote control to your nervous system. You can't always control it. What happens, but you can control how your body reacts, right? When we get stressed, all these things go into play. Think about the last time you got angry on the job. Maybe with the inmate, a coworker, or even your boss. You probably felt your body tense up instantly, right? Your breathing changed before you even noticed. That's your body's alarm system. Now, when you take slow, intentional breaths, you're basically hitting the reset button on that alarm. You're saying, I'm still here. I'm still in control. Did y'all know that just 60 seconds of deep breathing can lower your heart rate and blood pressure and reduce the cortisol, which is your stress hormone? You know, breathing impacts anger, anxiety. How we breathe impacts anger, anxiety, and PTSD. Slow exhaling, especially longer than your inhale, can calm you down. Box breathing is one that's used by Navy SEALs, which helps maintain focus under pressure. In the box breathing, nurses use it and first responders. And you don't notice us using these skills, but here's how you would do it. You're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold again for 4 seconds. That's why they call it the box breathing. And you repeat this 4 times. This is one perfect for those moments you're standing in a unit and everything feels tense. And you can't walk away. Nobody needs to know what you're doing, right? But you're regulating yourself before you react. Here's another one. This one is called 4, 7, 8. You know the numbers. 4, 7, 8. Breathing. Now how we do this one is we inhale for 4 seconds. We hold for 7. We exhale slowly for 8. Now, but this one helps is calm your nerves fast. It's great before bed and after a stressful encounter, or when your thoughts won't stop racing, right? And then you have the one called the shoulder release breath. You inhale deeply while rolling your shoulders up towards your ears, and you exhale slowly as you drop them down your back. This is one helps release tension that is in your neck and your shoulders. Y'all know how you get that tightness. You be like, oh, because I'm going to tell you, I know I do. And I tend to do this one quite a bit. It's perfect, when you're sitting at a desk, driving, or wearing gear all day, especially driving. I'm a travel nurse, so traveling long hours on the road, yeah, you find yourself doing that with your shoulders, and you don't even realize that this is actually, a part of the coping, it's releasing stress. So I encourage you guys to pick your favorite method and use it once a day this week. Once again, I will go over them again, so, you can write them down. Box breathing, 4, 7, 8 breathing, and the shoulder release breath. You just, choose one. Because I remember one night working in the infirmary, things were getting really chaotic. One inmate called in, one yelling, staff arguing. It was just pure noise. My heart was racing. I could feel panic rising. But instead of snapping or freezing, I stepped aside, took 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and I could literally feel control returning. Nothing around me changed, but I changed. Now, just remember, breathing doesn't fix the chaos, but it fixes your position inside it. Now, that's power. It's like in the midst of an emergency going on, right? You have to do this because, oh my God, if you're out of control, everything and everyone around you is out of control, literally. But if you're in control and you're calm in the midst of an emergency, y'all, let me tell y'all something. It is so powerful because you can keep everybody else calm. And especially when it's a medical emergency going on, right? I mean, and the person, you look at this person and they bleeding, all kind of stuff is going on. And in your mind, you are screaming and yelling, right? But when you take that time just to do those deep breaths and exhale, you actually can feel the change happening to you. And you're able to just move in, take control, do your thing, and keep the patient calm. Because people react off of you, right? So if they see, wow, this officer is so calm, and, you keep the patient calm. Because you're going to tell them to do the same thing. Okay, just breathe, okay? Take a deep breath. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Let's do it again. Just keep breathing, okay? Just breathe. And you know, that's something that I always would tell new nurses when they start stressing out. And they're like, I can't do this, I can't do this. I do something. And I say, hey, do me a favor. And they go, what? Just breathe. Stop and take deep breaths. Just breathe. And, you know, they'll start calming down. You know, and I'm like, you got this. You got this. You can't let them see you sweat. You have to take deep breaths. You got to bring it all the way down. You got to bring it all the way down. But I've been in so many crazy situations that, I don't know, people say you be so calm. Because you have to be calm. If you're not calm in the midst of a emergency going on, let me tell you, it's going to be a whole lot of bad situations, okay, jumping off. A lot of bad situations jumping off. Because why? We have to be calm. Okay? In the correctional environment, staff often, we live in constant alert, right? Heart rate elevated even off duty. This, y'all, is chronic stress. It's why breathing practices are not soft. They're survival. Okay? But there is this concept called psychological armor. And that's what we call controlling breath as a part of your mental protection gear. Right? So that's why those tools I gave you, box breathing, is so important that you utilize those skills. Because if you don't, I mean, you're going to be out of control. So you either can do box breathing, 4, 7, 8 breathing, or the shoulder release breath. But you need to pick one and let that help you, you know. Let that help you. So let's do a quick breathing exercise together. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. Ready? Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 4. And hold for 4. Let's do that again. Inhale through your nose for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale through your mouth for 4. Hold for 4. Got it? Inhale, hold. Exhale, hold. Now let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw and unclench your fist. You're safe. You're calm. You're here. Breathing might seem simple, but it's one of the most powerful coping tools you have. You carry it everywhere. You don't need a class. You don't need money or permission. Guess what? You just need awareness. That's it. Now, I want y'all to write down these questions that I'm going to ask you. And I want you to sit with a friend or a coworker and discuss them, you know, with somebody you trust, okay? The first question is, what situations make your breathing tighten or speed up? What situations make your breathing tighten or speed up? The second question, which breathing technique did you like most today? Which breathing technique did you like most today? And then the third one is, when will you use it this week? Right? Because, you learn three different ones. So, we have to implement them, right? Because once again, how we breathe impacts anger, anxiety, and PTSD. Right? You can't control the chaos, but you can control your breath. And sometimes that's all it takes to stay human. Every breath you take with intention is one step closer to peace. When the world gets loud, remember, silence lives inside your breath. You don't have to react instantly. You can breathe through it. Y'all heard that? You can breathe through it. You just have to take the time and remember to breathe. That's all. Just remember to breathe. If you can remember to breathe, oh my God, you will be a rock star. If this episode helped you, share it with someone who's been carrying too much. Okay? And as always, follow Correctional Junkie for the next episode on the next coping skill, where we're going to talk about grounding in the present, which is another powerful skill to get you through the storm. Okay? Remember, you can listen on YouTube or you can listen on iHeart.